You tell them all about your dreams. That's when they out it, your own blood. Yeah. Better days, I pray for better days. Working hard cause I want extra pay. Talk to them seeds, but you must demonstrate. Cause it's your ways that they gon' imitate. Non-violent. Sometimes I wish I would've went to college. Frown proudly. Cause where I'm from, they hate you when you smiling. Your faith should be your gun. You can't leave home without it. The children being grown cause all the parents acting childish. You show them your reality, I bet they doubt it. You tell them all about your dreams. That's when they out it, your own blood. Ain't no family no more. They do you badly for sure. You try to patch up your soul, Lord knows you on a mission to show him you so submissive. The prayer said in silence, you know the devil can hear him, pay attention. Know the war's within, how much time do you spend? Try to balance your zen, then again, losses is lessons. You tell me you trying to win, we know about saving money. You tell me you trying to spend that blood on it. Sweat, tears, you put that love on it. Your best years were just a dumb moment. You tired of going hungry, can't deal with fake making your life lonely. Your lack of faith that left your soul boning. But you gon' work and you gon' strive, do what it takes to survive. What is truth, what is a lie? You know that war's inside. Some get draped into the fake, they don't know what to decide. Wrong choice, meet your demise, keep that between you and I. You realize some people you gon' let go, you visualize. The things you need to feed your soul is on the rise. They not gon' wanna let you go, but it's alright. It's cool to bury what's gon' grow. Went from wrong to the right and to the dark to the light. It was a hell of a fight. You give it all your might. Gotta hold on tight and you stay strong and precise. You fight the war that's inside, cause it might change your life. Wrong to the right and to the dark from the light. It was a hell of a fight. You give it all your might. You just hold on tight and you stay strong and precise. You fight the war that's inside, cause it might change your life. I ain't the person that I used to be. So what I do today ain't things that you used to see. Stay the same, no, things change usually. Some folk I may know might get reintroduced to me. Yeah, I ain't the person that I used to be. So what I do today ain't things that you used to see. Stay the same, no, things change usually. Some folk I may know might get reintroduced to me. Yeah.
Yeah, don't be stressing on a dumb.
$76 per hour. That's how much the average bookkeeping business owner makes, according to a recent survey.
The mission of the Soul Tribe Social Family is to empower individuals to connect, inspire, and support each other on their journey towards personal growth, self-discovery, and a positive transformation within a nurturing online community. Our vision is to cultivate a virtual space where members of the Soul Tribe family can share their stories, wisdom, and experiences, fostering a sense of belonging, understanding, and unity among diverse individuals. Our core values include authenticity, empathy, growth, and community. We aim to create a safe and inclusive environment for open dialogue and mutual respect. Provide resources for personal and collective growth, celebrate diversity and individuality, and promote positivity, kindness, and mindfulness in all interactions within the community. Join us in shaping a supportive online family where your voice is heard, your journey is valued, and your spirit is uplifted. Welcome to the Soul Tribe, where connections are soulful and relationships are transformative.
Power, knowledge, liberation.
Welcome to the Duel of Concepts, the arena where minds clash and brilliance is born.
This isn't just talk, it's the battlefield of thought. At the DOC, we sharpen minds with debates, ignite ideas with lectures, and drop jewels on history, science, spirituality, politics, and the Black state of mind. We build, we challenge, we elevate. From music videos to quick breakdowns, every piece is designed to wake up the spirit and fuel the movement.
Duel of Concepts.
Where the future of Black thought is forged. Find us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Duel of Concepts and online at duelofconcepts.com.
What up, what up, what up, what up, everybody? Y'all already know it's your boy Humble Mystic in the building, representing the Soul Tribe Duel of Concepts, and you already know Debate Coliseum, the Coliseum of Arguments, Titan Debate League. We here with it. Today, I have an amazing presentation lined up for the family. Trust and believe me, this is one that you're not going to want to miss because it asks some powerful questions, some very powerful questions. Hold on, let me get to it and go back to the beginning. All right.
Peace.
So,
I just got back. My bad.
You good, bro. I appreciate you. Got the boss man himself in the building, brother A1 in the building.
How you feeling?
But yes. This presentation, you already know, brother, I'm doing good. Mornings is hectic dealing with the kids, family man business. You know how it is. And so today's presentation, we asking ourselves, what is your role in the community? Welcome, family. So the other day, yesterday, I was doing some self-reflecting, right? And in the midst of me doing some self-reflecting, a question arose, what's your role in this community, right? What's your purpose? What are you here for? Why are you doing all this yipping and yapping, going back and forth? And, what's the purpose of all of this? And arrogantly, as I had to expound on myself, to add value. That's been my motto since the beginning of me doing all of this, since the beginning of my journey, to add value. Now, in hindsight, that seems simple, that seemed like a good answer. But then, another question arose. What does that actually look like for you? That question stumped me. And the reason that question stumped me is because I didn't have a clear, sorted out visual for what that looked like. And it's this self-reflection, family, that bring me or that bring about this conversation that we're going to have today. What is a community? First, we must grasp the proper concept of a community. Family, before we talk roles, responsibility, or value, we got to slow down and really look at what we're trying to build. Community is just not a group of people standing in the same place. It's not just followers, subscribers, or familiar faces. Community is intention. Community is alignment. Community is the shared agreement that we're here to grow, protect, and uplift one another. It's the energy we bring. It's the consistencies we show. It's the accountability we hold. It's how we speak to one another. It's how we support each other. It's how we show up even when there's nobody watching. When we grasp that, family, like truly grasp that, we stop treating community like a convenience trend and we start treating community like a commitment. Self-reflection and the role of identification. Knowing yourself to serve your community. That's deep right there, y'all. That's why we all got to self-reflect, whether it be during the beginning of your day or at the end of your night, before you go to bed or, after you wake up. We always need a space to at least, if it's 5 minutes out the day, do a little bit of self-reflecting. This is why this is so important. Before you can really serve a community, especially an online one, you have to pause and self-reflect. Social media moves fast, and without reflection, we can end up reacting instead of building. Self-reflection help you line up your strengths, your passions, your lived experience with what your digital community actually needs. For the melanated communities, this reflection is also a form of resistance. These platforms often try to define us or shrink us. But when we reflect, when we reclaim our voice and choose how we want to show up, like James Baldwin said, I am what time, circumstances, history have made of me. But I am also much more than that. Much more matters online. See, we have to understand, right? It ain't just about what people perceive you to be and what people talk on your name. You gotta understand your own value. Nobody can understand your value if you don't understand your own value. And sometimes, and oftentimes, if you allow people will take your value for granted. So this is why we have to stay in self-reflection. Self-reflections help you at where are my gifts, or what are my gifts? How do I want to show up? What roles fit me best? Not everyone is meant to be a leader. Some like myself educate. Some heal. Some protect the space. Some amplify. Every role is necessary, and no one person can carry them all. This is why I appreciate Brother A1. In social media, all communities, knowing your role keep you grounded and keeps the space healthy. Let's keep going. The roles in our society, in our social communities, knowing yourself, serve the community. Digital community roles are the backbone of how we build, sustain, and protect our online spaces. In today's world, social platforms are real infrastructure, places where melanated people connect, learn, heal, organize. But these spaces only thrive when each person understands their role. The platform host is the digital architect, creating the space, setting the tone, and shaping the culture. The panelists, like myself and others, we bring the depth, the lived experience, the perspective, pushing the conversation beyond the surface level it takes. The mediator protects the environment, maintains the structure, enforces guidelines, and keeping the space safe from chaos, harassment, and misinformation. The admin are very important. They work behind the scene, managing permissions, secretary, and technical stability, so the community can function smoothly. And the supporter, that's everyone that's watching. That's everyone that send donations. That's everyone that send a comment. The likes, the comments, the shares, the engagement. This is the heartbeat of the whole ecosystem. It amplifies the message and keep the community alive. Each role matters. Each roles carry weight. And in the melanated digital space, these roles become even more powerful because they help us reclaim the narrative, build representation, and create environment where our voices are seen, heard, and valued. Let's get into it, y'all. Bringing community work into physical space. Digital work is powerful, but community becomes real when it touches the ground. Me and Brother A1 talked a little bit about this. When it moves from screens to the streets and from the comments to conversations. in physical spaces. The same roles show up in new ways. The leader creates the space, organizing people and shaping the vision. The educator gathers knowledge and bring it back to the community, turning information into empowerment. The healer protects our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being, whether through professional care or simple compassion. The security maintains order and safety, so everyone feels protected enough to participate, and the citizens is the glue, the one who shows up, support, and give the work meaning. Without citizens, no community can stand. We have to remember that. So without the viewers, without the supporters, no online community can stand. Just like in physical, without the citizens, no community can stand. Let's get into it, y'all. Why this matters for the melanated people. This message is really for everyone, but it speaks directly to my melanated people, the ones that look like me, the ones that experience what I experience, the ones that share my sentiment and my values. To communities that have been told for generations what we cannot do, we have to remind ourselves and each other of truth. We are builders. We are organizers. We are innovators. We come from people who create community under impossible conditions. We gotta stop letting people tell us what we can't do. We gotta start using that for motivation. That's why, man, Mamba mentality. Tell me I can't do it so I can show you I can. Leaders like Ella Baker, who organized behind the scene, showed us that real power lives in collective effort, that every role matters, not just the one holding the microphone. And Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. reminded us that service isn't about status. It's about willingness, commitment, and heart. Let's get into it, y'all. So something I had to add this in here because I was also thinking about last night that, this is Black History Month. And, I've been going around to some panels. I've been going around to some platforms. And I ain't see a Black History bill yet. I ain't see nobody coming out talking about what our melanated leaders has done for us and how we honor them yet. So, what, we forgot the blueprint? During Black History Month, we honor the architects of our collective survival. Those who built schools when we were denied education, who built churches when we were denied sanctuary, who built families when we were denied humanities. Our ancestors understood roles intuitively. Some were leaders, some were healers, some were protectors, some were educators. All were citizens of our community that refused to die. We continue their work. Every time we choose to build instead of destroy. My bad, y'all. Every time we choose every time we choose to build instead of destroy, to uplift instead of divide, to organize instead of wait. Let me read that again for the people in the back who didn't quite catch that. We continue their work every time we choose to build instead of destroy, uplift instead of divide, to organize instead of wait. We do that. And whatever side of the coin you stand on, you have to look in the mirror and ask yourself that question. Let's get into it. Give me 1 second. I'm on the panel. I apologize, y'all. Conclusion. This comes to the end of my presentation, y'all. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. This is the conclusion. Your role is your power. If nothing out of this presentation brought you value, family, please remember this. Your role is your power. Community is not a spectator sport. It is a living ecosystem that requires each of us to know our role, honor our gifts, and commit to the collective. Whether you're a host like my brother A1, a healer like my mama Queen, or a moderator like my sister Issa Queen, or a mentor like myself, a supporter or a citizen, your role matters. And as James Baldwin said once again, one of our greatest thinkers, who wrote, "The place in which I fit will not exist until I make it." A1, I don't know, you might have to write that down, brother. The place in which I will not exist until I make it. That's why my brother do what he do. Community is something we make together with intention, with courage, and with love. This your boy Humble Mystic, y'all, from Soul Tribe, representing Titan Debate League. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. This is the end of my presentation. What up, brother A1? Brother A1. Oh, where my light at, y'all? Hold on, y'all. I'm just taking a little break. Man, talk and get your mouth dry, y'all. Talk and make your mouth dry. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Let me look in the comments. Hey, Goddess, I love that. I appreciate you, Goddess. I appreciate you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Go ahead,
can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry about that. My computer freezing. I'm exporting these graphics.
Hey man, why energy messing with us like that? Why am I that's why I showed up like that, man. I was over here, I was trying to finish my presentation, but it kept glitching on and off. I was like, yo, they know I got a presentation to do, and you want to mess with me like this?
Yeah, I'm over here exporting this background.
Right.
It's messing up. Damn, that was a powerful podcast. I couldn't even drop any bombs because my computer wouldn't let me move the screen.
I appreciate it.
It's finally about to be done exporting, but powerful podcast. I think that was a message that was definitely needed. I don't know where you went. Yeah, I don't like that background. I like that one. Yeah, it's still freezing. It's I can't even see the lighting on your thing. It say 50 seconds on this export though. But yeah, man, shout out to the whole team. It takes a team for this platform to run, and everybody on my team is important. Nobody's above anybody over here. And we go off the vibes. It's not really about clout or who you think you are. Like, nobody's above the program, not even me. You know what I'm saying? I try to hold myself to the same standard, and I don't put yes men around me. So I want people to speak up about what's wrong so we can continue to grow together and make this a better space for everybody.
Wow. Most definitely. It's all about the genuine connections, y'all. It's all about the genuine connections. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be times in our life where we're faced with decisions, you know, and this is why having a counsel, a good counsel you can trust around you, because, you know, we all got those times in our life where we're forced with making decisions that without a great counsel around you, you know, you slip up and you set yourself back 10 years.
You
know?
That's facts. That's big facts. I've been actually seeking counsel more because one thing about me is, like, I'll try to figure it all out on my own when I do have people who have experience and can help guide me. And a lot of people do have that, and it's about us recognizing who those people are, us dropping our pride and being able to utilize that and ask for help. You know what I'm saying? It don't make you weak to ask for help. I don't really think anybody got there on their own. I don't know nobody who did.
Me neither. Not even the most successful people didn't get on their own.
Yeah, and then if you got there by yourself, would you really want it? Because who you gonna share it with?
So, right there. I was meaning to ask you too earlier, brother. I don't know if you talk about your dad much on this platform. I know he be popping on TikTok, but I would love to have a discussion with your dad, bro.
I almost want to tell you get in line, brother, but no, we about to make when he comes over here. We're gonna actually open a panel, so
Right.
people will be able to ask him questions, and we're gonna pass it around. I do want to set up some exclusive conversations with him and a couple people, and we're gonna figure out how we're gonna put those out because he's got a platform too, and I want to help him get his stuff rolling. He's new to the he's older.
Yeah.
Not that he doesn't know how
Is
to
that
use this stuff. He
TikTok
actually
space?
does.
Is that his space? Like, is that his platform?
I'm not sure what you're talking about. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Because you know,
I'm not sure what you're
so you
saying.
got a lot of videos on TikTok, like a lot of shorts on TikTok.
Oh, he might be working. I don't know much about what he's doing on there. I know he's on there because he's always sending me stuff to look at of other people. So I know he knows how to navigate the spaces. I just want to help him with the marketing.
Tell him he got a promoter on the back end too.
Yeah, we about to get him right, man, because he's definitely adding value. He's bringing what we need. It's a lot of tearing people down and stuff that goes on in these spaces. So I wanted to make sure that to have my eye in balance, that we also bring some healing. So, and luckily that's right up his alley. Like that's what he does. So he enjoys having the opportunity to come to a space where he's needed. And yeah, you see some of the people on here. He's definitely needed. Shoot, I mean, everybody needs somebody to talk to or get some guidance from. And sometimes you may not have an elder or family members who you can go to and trust that they won't be telling your business. So, seeking and paying for help, doesn't make you any less of a person. We got to put our pride and our ego to the side. It's an investment in yourself. It's an investment in your mental health. Nobody benefits from it but you.
There you go. And that's another part of self-reflecting, brother. Like when you actually sit back and you think about the life that you're living, despite everything that goes on.
I'm about to open the panel.
Go ahead. That's all fine.
Okay. Sorry about that.
At the end of the day, it's all about you. You see what I'm saying? What's up, brother Indigenous? It's all about you at the end of the day. And so when people be thinking, like me and my wife be sitting, we be having conversations like that as well. We be really reminding each other, like we be kicking advice back and forth to each other. Like I tell her something a month, and then she'll come back and kick the same thing back to me, like, yeah, you remember da. And it all goes back to self-reflection. It all goes back to what type of person are you? What are you willing to stand for? What how are you bringing value? Do you want to bring value? It's all up to you at the end of the day.
It's not letting me post the link.
I do. I got
there
it.
We go.
Oh, you got it?
No, I got it. It let me post it from your page, but it said that I guess I've been posting open panel too many times. It said it rejected it because this is fairly common when sharing this link. You may need to share the link another way.
That's crazy, bro. They don't never like people being great, man. They don't never like people being great.
It's AI trying to make sure I'm not a bot, probably. That link is out there.
Come on up here, y'all. Come on up, y'all.
Anybody can pull up, though. The panel is open. Anybody want to comment on anything they just saw? Have any questions? Want to expound? You're more than welcome. Shout out Roy Chess in the building. Amazing presentation yesterday. One of the best I've had on this platform. I was amazed, and he probably is. He doesn't. Roy, you probably don't know how dope you are. You probably are over there like, I wonder if they liked it. Roy came with some fire yesterday.
He did.
Class, Logic 101. I hope we can make that a regular thing. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
about to try to get that going over here because what he did was needed. I've
Yeah.
taken a class on that stuff, and all he did was take us through class. There wasn't too much to argue with.
Right. And I just want to point out, if you are a debater, if you have a team, if you're a debater, if you get in this ring on a daily, a lot of what Roy Chess presented, you should most definitely put in your folder for the back end. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a lot of, it's not anyone says a lot, but that's really the fundamental of what we do up here on these panels when we be going back and forth and we be getting in with the information, right? We're talking about not fallacy, we're talking about premises, statements, sentences, things of that nature, things that we have to back up and verify and that we get from other people. See, information has evolved to this space of regurgitation, and it really put true intellects in a weird space. And the reason is because a lot of people who like this information, right? Not practitioners, they just like the information. I resonate with this, right? A lot of those people are not doing the due diligence and they're just regurgitating what they hear. So when they're regurgitating and you just letting them speak, it sounds like they know what they're talking about until they get into a conversation. Now, that's where they're going to need the logic 101. What's a premise? You know what I'm saying? How is a premise different from a statement? Because if a person is just regurgitating the words they've heard another person say, right, they're not going to know how to deconstruct or even explain their own premise when it gets challenged. So this is a important reason on why Roy Chess presentation was so important.
Mm-hmm.
We got Emmanuel.
Yep, definitely gave.
Okay.
Go ahead. My bad.
No, I was
gonna say, Roy Chess definitely gave these debaters some tools for their toolbox, man. If you missed it, go back and check that out. And be expecting a part 2 coming soon. I don't know when he's gonna be available, but yeah, we need that at least twice a month, Roy Chess. So yeah, I'd appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Oh yeah, we got Emmanuel Halawaya. I don't have a voiceover for this. I kind of lost my voice over the last couple of days. I'm gonna get back to these commercials here shortly, but the Flyers and the bets are going down. We have a preliminary today against Emmanuel Halawaya and Lord Banu. That's scheduled for 8 o'clock tonight. You might see us at 8:30. We might be running on CP time. I'm trying to squeeze a lot in. And today, before this, actually, we have one at 6 o'clock. Let me bring that one up too. So we have 2 face-offs today, and probably going to do an open panel later. But it's going down, man. We got a lot of debates coming through on the channel. A lot of information going around, going back and forth. I'm excited, man. This is what this is all about, man.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And really fast, I gotta put this out here. Public service announcement. For the people who don't go back and watch the videos, my first showing on this platform, one of the first conversations me and the brother A1 had was setting up some debates. Am I wrong, brother A1?
No, he is looking for debates. I think I got him a contender, but hey, first come, first serve, right?
Yeah, you know it.
Yeah. First come, first serve. You got about 24 hours to get at him before you see him on the flyer over here. So yes, sir. I've already started the graphics. So you better move fast. What am I doing? I can't talk and chew bubblegum today. Most days, actually. We won't just say today. But
that's one thing I found out about us. Listen, I thought it was just a me thing, and then I found out about most men, man. We are horrible at multitasking, bro. That is a woman's thing, man.
Yeah, the brain can only focus on one thing at a time anyway. We be thinking we can do more than we can, but
I be saying my wife, man, she be on the phone, she be cooking, she be running bath water, she be cleaning up. I'm like, how are you able to do all of this and I can't even be on the phone and do a presentation? Like, how in the world? What's up? What's up? We got Brother Roy Chess in the building. What it do, Brother Roy Chess?
Peace,
Hey,
everyone.
I got to restart my computer. Hold it down for me for about 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
I got
you. Yeah. Peace,
Get
everyone.
it in, Roy Chess. What's up? What's up, Brody?
You can hear me clear?
Yes, sir.
Man, A1, you got me sick over here. You was talking about his voice, and my voice. It's not that I'm losing my voice, but I have like a chest cold now. For some reason, I had it like yesterday. I started feeling it, and now I'm like coughing all the time. It's like, wow.
Yeah, lemon
Hopefully
water.
I don't lose my
lemon
voice. Hopefully my
help.
voice stays.
Yeah, lemon water. Get you some lemon water. If you got some lemons in your refrigerator, you know, pop that in some water, shake that up, or you know, you got you some people keep lemon juice. We keep lemon and lime juice downstairs for things like that.
Yeah, because I know it affects your voice sometimes, so I'm hoping. And sometimes my voice cracks, so I'm like, oh, it's getting a little bit worse. I'm taking vitamin C stuff, like trying to get it down before it hits hard, right? I think it's the beginning stage. It's not like full.
Yeah.
You know.
Ginger as well, yes. Yes, Fatima said ginger. Mm-hmm.
So hopefully I'm going to keep on it, drinking lots of water and trying to save it from going full blown. Did you like the presentation yesterday?
Man, the presentation was fire, Brother Roy Chess. The presentation was cool, bro. That I was asking Brother A1 on the back end, was you on a debate squad? I was like, yo, if he on a debate squad, they gonna be nice because he literally know the problem. Like, man, listen.
No, technically, I'm not on a debate squad, but I know about debate, right? I've studied rhetoric. I've studied philosophy. So those two things I was going back and forth with. So I know how to. I have experience with debate. Yes, so I know that. That's how I know how the tactics work, right?
Yeah.
So the presentation I was given was hopefully to show the debaters that you can put this into your repertoire. That's why I said.
That's what I just said. Yeah.
Yeah. Any level you're at, you can add some of these things and build on what you have, right?
Yeah. Everybody. That's the thing about what you were speaking on was the first thing I learned debate in high school, right? How to frame your premise. Right, how to frame a logical premise, how to frame an illogical premise into like those are debate strategy 101s. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people think when you going back and forth with a person, it's just about who's louder or who sound more right or things that people don't know that this is actually verbal warfare. You see what I'm saying? And there's tactics that. And it's the most important thing about it is because a lot of people don't stay level-headed when they're in high tense environments and they're going back and forth. So if a person understands that this is verbal warfare and we're playing tactics, and my goal is to get you to agree with me, now because we're high level, another person may not be thinking clearly. And these are all strategies that one can use to say, oh, what did he start flipping? Like I know some people out there that have seen the Looney Tunes when Daffy Duck and Daphne Duck and
Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny, yeah, when they go back and forth, rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, duck season, duck season, rabbit. That's a real thing. When people get high strung and they forget their words, you can get a person to agree with you even if you're wrong. But even like now, this is important in debate. The reason this is important in debate is because nobody is 100% accurate. And so to be able to capitalize on your mistake in that strategic manner is very important, right? It'll make you a very hard debater to beat when you're in these arenas. And also staying fundamentally sound. you know. Now, a lot of these premises become, or you don't have to think about a lot of these premises when you are getting accurate, like for example, accurate historical data. You don't have to think about these things as much because you know, okay, this has already been tested, this is already a foundation, this is already, yeah. But when you're coming from, as Brother Roy Chess was saying, the philosophical premises, the religious premises, these are techniques where you're going to have to learn, because there's going to be situations either you're going to have to wiggle yourself out of, or you can pin your opponent down. You see what I'm saying? I Shane Humble fam. Hey, most definitely, that's still my brother, bro. I'm not familiar with what you teach, no, you know. Just gonna say I Shane Humble fam. Yeah, man. That's my brother, man. I'ma just leave it at that. That's still Brody. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
So, were you aware of some of the things, or not aware of many of those things?
Oh yeah. Like I said, I was that was introduction to debate for me. It's a devices will not connect. Hold on 1 second, brother. Let me. Hey, I'm a I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't do nothing. It's a this will need to connect their mic before you can add them up. Okay, bang. There you go.
Maybe it's an internet problem. Like maybe his
that's what he's doing. He's just checking out the he's just checking the problem.
Because that's a
But
bad
yeah,
sign
I
of the
was
internet.
familiar. Yeah, but I was familiar. There you go. That ain't got nothing to do with me, Brody. That ain't got nothing to do with me. He ain't talked to me about it. He just threw that motherfucker together. If he regurgitated your stuff, hey, press him on it.
Yeah, if he's a debater, then if you debate that guy, then yeah, that's something you could bring up, I suppose.
Roy Chess, do you debate?
No, I could debate, but nah, I know that it's going to be problems. So I would like sometimes I'm tempted to jump in there, but nah, I can't violate my principles, man. So that's why I don't debate right now. Right now, I'm retired. You know what I mean? I want to stay
You know
retired.
what, man? Listen, I always because over on Bigo, you know, debating got is a double-edged sword. You know, we got the people who like it, we got the people who don't like it. But like I always explain to people, this is a sport, right? We got millions of people who love basketball. We got millions of people who love football. We got millions of people who love hockey, soccer. Debating is just one of those sports, right? Man, y'all got motherfuckers slapping each other. My bad for the profanity. Y'all got people slapping each other in the face and call that a sport. But then when you got two brothers or brothers and sisters, you know, you got two people in a ring engaging in intellectual warfare. Now that's I just can't deal with all the arguing and all of that. But you can sit around all day long and watch a man punch another man in the face. I don't be understanding that. You can sit around and spend your money, and that's something that was a big pusher of mine over on Bigo was we spend our money on all this other things, but then we come to our own communities and laugh at what we see our people doing. You see what I'm saying? It's like that's crazy. You'll spend $300 to see a Floyd Mayweather fight. Never even met the man. Never even met the man. But then you got your brother say, bro, I just I just made these shoes, bro. You know, these my own custom designs. I only want $40 for them. Nah, bro, they corny, man. They ain't on the stock market. What? That's crazy. Like, that's why I gave the presentation I gave today, because we got to put some of these things in our community in perspective, and really understand how this is working. Like, everybody can be. I literally had a conversation yesterday that I had to put people perspectives in check, right? I know I'm hosting a panel now, right? I still got my brother A1 up here, but I am not a host. I don't like it. My thing is not building platforms. That's brother A1's job. He bring the platforms. You see what I'm saying? My goal is to bring the value. And we got to understand those roles. Because if everybody want to build a platform, then where everybody else going to sit? That's why when people get admin, I used to have this issue with people wanting to be admin. I used to be the only person on Beagle who wanted to be admin. Loved the job being admin. And the reason I like the job being admin, because I love to hear information. I want, man, you say you kicking some information. He say he kicking some information. She say she kicking some information. I want to hear the information y'all kick. I don't want people keep talking over people. So I embrace that role, right? And so a lot of other people didn't like the role because it was too much responsibility. I gotta kick people and mute people, and I'm like, you ain't gotta do all that, man. Let the panel flow the way the panel going to flow. Look, don't disrespect one another. If it get to a point where you gotta kick a person, or a person being belligerent or something like that, be fair with people. That's what I've learned. And me and brother A1 was just talking about this a little earlier. That's something I've learned over the years, is individuals really have a hard time with being unbiased or impartial with things. They don't know how to separate their job or their responsibilities from the pleasure of the thing. And again, that goes back to self-reflection. We got to self-reflect on those things. Hey yo, this guy funny. Black man. Hey yo, who is that? What is his name? Indigenous black man?
Indigenous black man. He's a staple of the community, I guess we can call him.
What did he go by though? Is that what he go by, Indigenous black man?
That's what he goes by.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he be dropping some information, man. He'll call in. I'll put him on speakerphone from time to time.
He got his own platform?
I haven't seen him. Usually see him on Sonetter TV or on JJ's platform.
Oh, okay. See, that's what I meant. Hey, Indigenous black man, do you know your role in the community?
And shout out those two platforms as well. Drop a bomb for those two gentlemen.
Drop a bomb. See, that's why we got to start asking people, do you know your role in the community? Because if you don't know your role in the community, then you can't go around talking about other people's role in the community. You got to get a spot first, brother.
Oh, yeah. He's been around about 8 dog years compared to me. I'm like 1 year old compared to dog years compared to him. Yeah, he's been around the conscious community. Yeah, he said they've been regurgitating this information since '96 or something. I forgot.
Yo, this man funny.
So shout out to Indigenous black man. He's a pioneer, trendsetter with this information. You feel me?
Hey yo, he said I got all y'all regurgitating my. Hey yo, he is hilarious. I don't know you, brother. I don't know if I regurgitate anything you said, but I don't know. We might agree on some points. I can say that.
He gonna say it was third person. You got it from somebody who got it from somebody who got it from somebody. Took it from him.
Hey, the Coliseum opens. Two intellectual warriors, one explosive question. No place to hide. Honey Clark and Ben Eaton. They're stepping into the arena to battle over a question that hits the heart of America. Do government welfare programs help the black community long term? Is it a lifeline or a leash? Does it build generational wealth or breed generational dependence? Honey Clark is coming armed with data, history, and fire in her voice, ready to argue that these programs are essential tools for equity and survival. Ben Eaton steps in with statistics, economic theory, and a counterpunch philosophy, arguing that long-term empowering demands a different strategy. This isn't surface level politics. This is policy. This is history. This is legacy. Coliseum of Arguments. Titans Debate League.
Let's get it. Fire. I can't wait. I know that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one. I done hyped that one. I already know this gonna be fire though. We got two amazing debaters. Ben Eaton, definitely a scholar. And we have Honey Clark, leader of the Queen of the Barbarians. Head to head, Saturday night, 7 p.m. Round 2 of Clash of the Titans 1.0. $500 cash prize at the end. The winner of each round collects $50 on the road to the finals. Hey, shout out Honey. She's in the chat. Peace, Honey.
Peace, Honey. You coming with that fire, Honey? You coming with that fire?
Pull up, Honey, and promote real quick. Tell him what you about to do to Ben Eaton when you see him on Saturday at 7. Let me drop that link again. Up, I hit share screen. I'm supposed to be sharing the link. Hey, that was a powerful presentation about community, man. I was wondering where you was about to go with it. She said 1 sec. There go the link. Let me start. Yeah, I put my foot into these graphics, man.
Man, these graphics are bro. Listen, when I say, man, but we got Mark Zuckerberg of the graphics, man. I can't give you Elon Musk. I gave my boy Elon Musk, gave my boy Rep Elon Musk. So I gotta give you Mark Zuckerberg of the graphics.
Good looking. Yeah, them cards was nice. I had to do it.
Listen, when I say my boy Rep nice, I can't wait till he start popping out. He be busy a lot, but I can't wait till he start popping out. Man, my boy nice with these graphics. He nice with the graphics, with the music, with the man. He's just an AI savant. You hear me? That's why I always give him so much. When it comes to why even I can give a little bit of breakdown that I can give on AI, it's because of what he's been able to teach me. But what he's been able to teach me about AI has skyrocketed my scholarship from neophyte level to professor level. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, and it's just the speed of the thing, right? It's not so much of it giving you the information and teaching you and learning. It's just about how fast can you grasp the information. You know, how fast can I look this up? We all remember Google when Google first came out. Google gave you links to 150 links to a bunch of BS, please.
You used to have to look through 5-6 pages or something to get somewhere. I remember that.
Well, AI could be a topic on itself because it's growing, right? It's getting smarter and smarter and smarter. It's going to be a rival to a human being. Well, it's probably, I'm pretty sure it's a rival to a human being already. And it's crazy.
Man, listen, they got AI. I was watching YouTube yesterday. They got AI bots playing chess against each other. I seen ChatGPT play Copilot yesterday in chess. That was crazy. It was
They've been doing that though.
I was like, hey, yo.
Computer chess has been around for over 10 years. But these bots now are just stronger. They're just the strongest they've ever been, and they're just going to keep getting stronger.
I wanna shout out my wife for Valentine's Day. She bought me a Gotham chess set. Amazing. If y'all know who Gotham Chess is from YouTube, he's a very strong player. He played people like Magnus and Hikaru and people like that. I checked them out on YouTube too. I told you chess I be playing. I told you Roy chess I be playing chess, bro. I don't be bull crapping.
Yeah. Have you heard of Alpha Zero?
Yeah.
So what do you think about Alpha Zero? Like that program learned by itself. There was no programming.
Alpha Zero is dangerous, bro.
That was autonomous AI, right? So there was no programming, like far as like move this way, move that way. It analyzed thousands or millions of games, and it was able to play at a grandmaster's level in a short period of time.
Yeah. Agent Zero beat Grand Theft Auto in like 1 minute and 7 seconds or something. Like it broke like a world record in beating Grand Theft. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was doing. That's the strongest AI so far. But that was like maybe 6 years, 7 years ago. Yeah. So it's ridiculous now if they would have come out with it.
Listen, we seeing what AI is from this point of view. I'm in a space called VR, right? Virtual reality headsets. When AI get fomented in that space, that's gonna be sick. That's gonna be sick because right now everybody in the VR space is real people, and so everybody have to have a headset in all the worlds and things of that nature. But when you can create a digital character in the VR space and have them operate autonomously on their own, that's gonna be something crazy. My bad, honey. That was my fault. I apologize.
Shout out Honey Clark, Queen Barbarian, hitting the stage. Has a debate coming up Saturday. Let me go ahead and run the ad one more time. Saturday, 7 o'clock, only here on Titans Debate League.
This Saturday, the Coliseum opens. 2 intellectual warriors, 1 explosive question, no place to hide. Honey Clark and Ben Eaton, they're stepping into the arenas to battle over a question that hits the heart of America. Do government welfare programs help the black community long term? Is it a lifeline or a leash? Does it build generational wealth or breed generational dependence? Honey Clark is coming armed with data, history, and fire in her voice, ready to argue that these programs are essential tools for equity and survival. Ben Eaton steps in with statistics, economic theory, and a counterpunch philosophy, arguing that long-term empowering demands a different strategy. This isn't surface level politics. This is policy. This is history. This is legacy. Coliseum of Arguments, Titans Debate League.
How do you feel about your debate coming up this weekend?
I'm excited. It's because this is like a real debate and it's a challenge for me to get through the stigma of welfare and what it is, for the Black community, and to show that I'm gonna definitely beat them. I like you being eaten, and we can be cool afterwards. I'm gonna win.
Like I'm still gonna win.
Dropping bombs, shots fired, Ben Eaton. He might be out there working somewhere, but I'm ready Saturday to bring that fire. I'm excited. She ran her first opponent off in round 1. Round 2, I don't know what happened. Something happened, but yeah, here we are, finally getting you in the ring. Finally getting you somebody to stand across from you so you can tear him to shreds. This is going to be exciting.
Sister Honey, do you only debate certain topics?
My headphones just decided to. Oh, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, I hear you. So what did you say? Do I only debate certain topics?
Yes.
No. I'll debate. Because I feel like I can debate any side. I feel like I'm just a good debater.
Right.
So I wanted to. This one kind of I did agree with it, but it also I know that it was just a challenging one. But yeah, I haven't had a Bible debate yet. I want to do that because I'm not a Bible believer, but I know the Bible, so I haven't had one of those.
I mean, okay.
Coming up soon. I'm gonna be looking to set you up with one. I do got a
I've been
strong.
watching y'all's I've been watching y'all's open panels and stuff. I haven't gotten on them because y'all be going at it. It'd be hot up here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been bringing that fire, man. Humble Mystic, bringing them out, man. They want to come challenge that information.
For sure, you see Homo Mystic open panel, you know it's gonna be
You know it.
a lot of fiery people up there. You be like, "Ooh, they going in. And it'd be all about information, so that'd be the fun part. But
Yeah, gotta be about something
you're gonna come
special.
away with something.
Mm-hmm. That's what we do it for. Like literally, like that's it's crazy that I'm now giving information to the people in the comments when I used to be the people in the comments.
Right, that's a cool change though.
Yeah, we
But
all
also
leveled up this year,
like
baby.
yeah, y'all was all talking about like AI. I want to do a debate about AI so bad. And it's only because it's such a big thing right now. Like if y'all ever go look at my channel, Bar Reloaded. What? No, I'm saying, but if you go look there, I did something against somebody who he had a debate. He used AI for his whole thing, for the slides, for the information, for everything. He didn't check anything. He ended up winning the debate. But when you went back over his slides, because he came, like, y'all don't read. He was talking too much shit to me for me to not check his shit now. Right. So I went over his slide, and he had everything in there was like false. The information kind of was correct, but the quotes weren't there. The stuff that he was saying the book said weren't there. And it was because AI does they will, if you're just prompting it to give you so much, give me a book that says this, give me this, give me that, it will just make it up for you, and it makes it sound good.
That's
Right. And so if you don't check your stuff and you don't do that, then you'll end up doing like he did. He did like 3 presentations. I ended up dogging all of them. Like, and going now, he doesn't do it. Now that same person, he doesn't go and just trust ChatGPT. He does do his research. He does check them out because when you put so much faith in it, yeah, you can have somebody like me come tear your shit apart. You know what I'm saying? Let me get the book. I went and got the books. You know what I'm saying? We gonna look it up and see if it's there. It's not there. We look it up here. We did it live. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the book. So it's like, I want to do AI debates. I want to debate about the ethics of it, of using it. I want to debate about like, if you did use AI to help you with stuff, like who gets the copyrights on that? Who really created this? Like who's you know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of ethical stuff going on where people are putting so much stake in AI, and that's cold. And it's like, where do we draw this line at? Why is nobody trying to draw this line? These deep fakes that's going on, you don't know what's real and what's not no more. Like what's like, come on now, something gotta happen quickly.
That's facts. And I was like the piggyback, right? Because we all know information is used as a double-sided sword, right? People use information for good, people use information for bad. I've often said that AI is going to expose the pseudoism in the scholastic community.
This Saturday, the college.
Sorry, no. I didn't want to. My bad.
The reason is because, just like the sister said, if y'all go back and see my presentation I did on size, where I was calling out Cosmon and I was calling out Kazad and I was calling out Chief X. When I was attacking these brothers' scholarship, that's what I was talking about. You just don't get to call yourself a scholar and come up here and present AI overviews. Like, no, that's not a source. You don't get to come up here and show us Google imagery. That's not a source. So it's like we gotta really get down to the nitty gritty and understand what primary sources are, secondary sources, you know what I'm saying, handed down sources, oral tradition. We got to know what these things is. Because a person to take an oral tradition and say that's a source. That ain't no source. How is it a source and ain't nowhere? So we got to like, just like the sister Honey did, we got to start exposing these things. And this is why I'm coming out as well, Humble's Classroom, to teach the researchers, the scholars, and the debaters how to utilize these tools properly. If
Can
we're
I
going
chime
to
in?
utilize these tools, I'm gonna land my plane, Roy Chess. I got you. If we're going to utilize these tools, we have to learn how to utilize these tools properly. We you know, AI is like back then with Google, right? Everybody use Google, right? Everybody's going to use AI, but you have to use it just like Sister was saying about the ethics. You have to use it in at least an honest manner, because when you don't use it in an honest manner, there's people like myself and Sister Honey who've learned that AI can correct itself. So when you show me something false on AI, I ain't gonna do nothing but screen share it or screenshot it and then pop it into AI and say, is this correct? And AI will correct it. Go ahead, Brother Roy Chess. I landed my plane.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to mention two things. One, it's been going around for a long time in other circles, not just debate leagues, in academia, and like even elementary school, high schools, they're using AI to do their homework, so they don't have to do the assignment, right? So, and people will be getting busted because the teachers know that when the student is using AI, there's software to detect it, number one, and then the instructors know that the information is not in AI. So I bring that up because there is gatekeeping, right? So I think that is a thing that the powers that be won't let certain information be available to the AI. So especially in the higher education realm, because you would replace graduate school basically. You could replace colleges basically with that knowledge. So they gatekeep it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's certain things that they're not going to let you get to that way. You would have to go through another route to get to it. Now, the second thing I wanted to say real quick is that the oral tradition is one of the main reasons why there's gatekeeping. So when I tell you, Humble, that like reading too much, I'm saying that you're missing the gatekeeping part, right? That's not spoken about because they don't want that information in all the books or any book. That's what people are paying for, right? So if you're in graduate school, that information is not available, man. That's what they're paying for. You're paying. These people are paying $100,000 to get that master's degree, that PhD. They're not going to let that information slide. Now, some of it might slide, but majority of it is not going to be out there where just anybody can get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll land my plane there.
I would just wanted to piggyback on that, right? Because so this is another thing I have to explain to people. AI is not a source. AI is a tool you use to gather sources. AI goes out. AI's primary function when you type into Claude or Perplexity or a Copilot, when you type a question in there or you ask it to generate something, do something, its primary function is to go out into a database and search that database and bring you back what it has. Now, when we ask it to generate images or things of that nature, right? It goes out, look for images of what you describe, and create something similar and bring it back to you. So AI is not doing anything on its own. It's not thinking, it's not formulating, it's not doing none of that. AI is just going back to the database and bringing you back the information you asked for. Now, why is this dangerous? Pointing to what Sister Honey was talking about. Because we've even exposed it. It's so funny. A couple months ago, I exposed it across the street on Bigo. The dude, he was using AI to try to prove something in the Bible, and it wasn't there. AI just kept saying like, no, like this is not it. Kept disagreeing with him, but he prompt engineered it to agree with him, and it responded in a manner that we could catch it. Oh, I didn't know that you was talking in this sense. If I knew you was talking in this sense, then I'd have presented this kind of information. Blah, 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 blah. So I stopped him on the spot. Hold on, brother. What did you tell AI for it to tell you that? I ain't telling nothing. No, you had to tell it something for it to change up what it was saying earlier. Because it's now like when you learn how to use AI accurately, a whole lot of flim flam that people be pulling up with AI and the AI overviews, all of that get discredited. All of it.
For sure. For sure. And I know like in school now, because like when I was in school for cybersecurity, when we turn in our papers, it goes through an AI check. And you have to be past a certain percentage of it basically not being found anywhere else, not being AI detectable before it even accepts the paper.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So it's like it's like dang, people just but I see now it is easy to just put in a prompt and have it write your whole thesis for you if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying go ahead and check behind that and it's like I don't feel like it should be there. I don't feel like if I'm debating somebody, I should be debating AI or I should be,
That's that.
but I think it is a
That's
good tool. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be,
yeah,
hey, well, what's the strength in the other side of this argument? You know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
might be able to do that. And then you get prepared for that rather than just think that it can give you all your answers because it can't.
yeah.
That's why our
That's that.
cognitive abilities are going down now. It's a
Mm-hmm.
sharp decrease because people are using Google and AI and all of this stuff. And so now we don't use our brains as much anymore. And now we're not remembering as much. We have, short
Or
attention
they're not
spans and all
using
that
it
stuff.
right, and they're not using it to learn. Like you can
Mm-mm,
use it,
yeah.
but they're not using. They're just what I was just saying earlier about regurgitation. They're just regurgitating what it's saying. Like when I pull up Copilot, which I have like just easily accessible on the side of my screen, I always put it. I don't never use smart or I don't never use search. I always use study and learn. That way, when I type any prompt into AI, when I type any prompt, right? Oh, what's this? What's that? It'll give me many lessons. This is how I know this is from here. This is how, and then there's certain prompts, right? In AI, people just think if I just type something in the AI, I'm prompting. No, there's so many ways that you can prompt into AI to get back a certain answer and a more accurate answer because AI is originally just prompted to give you something generic. But once you type in, you are a 20 plus year historian that's been studying the Nile Valley for 17 years. Can you explain and break down bop 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 to me from an academic point of view? It will do that. And it won't give you any flim flam. It won't give you anything that is made up. It won't give you any wiki sources. It will give you straight scholarship. But people have to learn how to prompt it that way for it to do that.
Yeah, and also to check the sources.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I want the source so I can go to the source and see what is it.
Exactly.
So also you just brought up, although you didn't mention it, Humble, that if they're just reading the AI, they're doing what I complain about all the time, which is just reading, right? They're not thinking about the material. They're not checking the material. They're not checking for its accuracy. They're just reading and then just going with it. And that's one of the problems. So it's not just about reading. It's about understanding what you're reading and being able to put in your own words that shows you understand what you're reading.
That's facts.
That's a lot of the hoteps unfortunately have that bad reputation of just saying I've read 10 books and these are the 10 books, but you're not understanding what you're reading. You can't reason. They're not reasoning about what they're reading. They're just regurgitating. So the whole point of that presentation I did yesterday was to stop people or reduce it, that you're supposed to reason about what you're reading, not just read.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's facts. That's facts. You gotta at least know. I say this oftentimes too. you gotta at least know what you're talking about before you talk about it. If you don't know a little bit about what you're talking about before you talk about it, then you just a fish out of water at that point.
And this is why people should go back and watch that Roy Chess Logic 101 debate class.
Yes.
Hey, I told you that was a good
Because
show, Roy Chess.
that, yeah, it laid out a lot of the issues that I see that people have with their doctrines, with people, when they come and they make just erroneous claims. And it's like you're trying to get the logic like behind it, even if I don't agree with you. Can I
Mhm.
understand how you got this, how you got here? And when you can't give me that, then I know that you're full of shit. Like, so
Right.
I'm like, I need to know, like, I need this. Like, you know what I'm saying? How did you build this case? Like, what was your methodology? What was anything that went into this?
Mhm.
And a lot of people don't have that. So it was like the way he was laying it out for people, like, people should just actually watch that and like take notes.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
also, I want to just point out that one of the mistakes that we make, and I've been guilty of it too, that you're supposed to write arguments out, right? Like that's what you're supposed to formally do, because when we're just talking words, you can't track my words sometimes because I'm saying so many sentences, it's hard to keep track when if I'm speaking for 10, 20 minutes at a time, right? But if you lay out your argument and we can see the structure of it, that's what the deductive reasoning allows you to do, and it gives you accountability because when we're just talking amongst ourselves, I could tell you something and then 5 seconds later I didn't say that, and that happens all the time, right? Like this guy will say something and you say, well, you just said this, and the guy denies that he said it, right? Have you ever experienced that? Has nobody's ever
Yes,
experienced?
even in recorded shows.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So when you
Yes,
write it
and we're like,
down,
it's recorded, so what?
yeah,
No,
so
I never said it. Okay.
yeah, exactly. That right there. So when I write it down, I can't use that excuse, right? That eliminates that possibility. Yes. So if you write it down, show me the structure, that kills all of that, right? So you premise one, premise two, you're supposed to label it, right? So people are not doing that because they will get busted. This is why they don't do it. That's why you have to have a structure to analyze because it's just words. It's hard to have accountability. With when I put it in words and you could see it for everybody to see and on the screen, then I'm accountable. I can't say, well, I didn't write that. A1 wrote it. Like, nah, buddy, you wrote that. That's your writing. That's your creation, right? So you have accountability in the way I'm telling you. Debates are supposed to, if you're doing it sincerely, right? You're supposed to have a format and it's ordered. It's not chaos where it's all over the place, where this could be that, this could be that, it's an order, there's a structure. You're supposed to label the premises, label the derivations. How did you get from this step to that step? And that's how, honey, you said you lost the debate because the other guy just presented better. That's why that happens. It's
Oh
not
no,
that
I didn't lose it. I've never lost a debate.
oh, okay.
She
Well,
did.
some people do.
She
Some
lost
people
the
act.
debate though, and yeah,
No,
he did, and it was like it was that he presented it better, and but the like he was just lying he was lying on the on the author.
right, but
And
it's
I'm
been
like, what the heck?
many cases where the person who wins the debate doesn't have the right information, that the other person has the correct information and they still lose, right? So why does that happen? Is
Yeah,
because
because
of
they weren't as convincing.
well, it's because of these underhanded tactics, and people are not calling them out. And when you write an argument formally, you can get called out. And there's specific rules that I gave yesterday that if you don't do those rules, you're coming off as a shyster because you're not following the rules, so you don't get caught.
Well, you're gonna see that, and you're gonna see yours and mine. Uh, the things we laid out, you'll see it in my debate because it's like, I kind of try to use it to like basically set the stage. Like this is what you should be expecting. I'm gonna show you this. You know what I'm saying to prove this point. And by the end of this, you're gonna have all of this together. You're gonna see why what I'm saying is correct. I don't know. A lot of people don't do it. So It's hard though. It's hard to do. Debating is hard to do when you have to put your argument all out at once. Like you have to, we going back and forth. It's easy to build off what somebody else is saying, right? But to bring it all forward at one time and just lay it out to be convincing is way harder than it looks.
I know it's for religious people who debate on religion. I know it's hard for them because a lot of times they like I've had a couple religious debates, and a lot of time for them what's so hard is they can't present what I'm asking for. They can talk around what I'm asking for, but they can never present what I'm asking for. Like I had a debate, who invented monotheism, right? Ionism or Yasharal? Yasharal being Israel, right? Jews. And now we all know if you're saying that Israel started monotheism, then that means it started with Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Eber, all of these people. But then if I now ask you if those people existed or not, and you can't give me a logical answer for that, and you dance around that, then you know what I'm saying, then come back and say, oh, well, I knew you was going to touch on that point, so I didn't even deal with that because that don't got nothing to do with the debate. It do. People you're saying started monotheism are invisible. So I mean, things of that nature.
I mean, they could argue though that because of how long ago it was, like you don't have record of that because there's a lot of people who existed back then that we don't know about, right? Because they're only important to the people who find them important. They weren't important to everybody.
Yeah, it's just so the issue with the religious people is they try to line the Bible up with real history. It's just a lot. The thing about Abrahamic religions that make them so easy to go against is there's so many fallacies in their story that we could just pick apart. Just people been doing this since the 15th century. Yeah. Like people literally have got excommunicated from their communities because they was picking the Bible apart, just showing how it's not God's revelation and things of that nature. So I think that's one of the harder things that Abrahamic or people who follow the Bible, you don't really catch Muslims debating that much, and the ones that you do catch debating, they're often debating on more of like galactic premises, so to speak. So they're okay, well, is there one God or many gods? You see what I'm saying? Or is Allah just God? So they speak on stuff like that. You wouldn't really catch them speaking on a lot of topics that Christians and Israelites speak on.
Yeah, because I don't think that they try to put it in history. Like you said, once you say that it's a belief, I can take my hands up off of you, right? Because you just believe it. When you start trying to put it in history and start changing history and pseudo history and stuff, then I'm going to have to say something.
Now, that's why my first presentation, my second presentation on here was so important, because people push belief as if belief is truth. They don't understand that belief is subjective. You see what I'm saying? So people will make the argument, well, Jesus existed. Well, how do we know he existed? Well, because I believed it. So you believing in Jesus don't mean he existed? Yes, it do. Yes, it do. No, it don't. Like, so that's the thing. Like, people.
Yeah, and it's not taken away from experience either. Like, some people want to validate what they believe are religious experiences, right? And so it's like, if I'm saying it's not scientific, am I saying that it wasn't real for you? It could very well be real for you, but we can't prove that. You understand what I'm saying? So that makes it not scientific.
Right. The key point in that is for you. It's real for you. That make it subjective. And we know subjective things,
Exactly.
is, and so that be the thing with the religious people, that pretty much be it. Or even the Exodus stuff, right? I debated, was the Exodus real? I debated, are the Habiru, the Hebrew, the same people? I've debated, are the Israelites in the Bible the descendants or the ancestors of the African Americans here on the land today? I've debated all of that.
Yeah, I got a barbarian that's he always debates the Exodus.
What's up? We got brother Jose on the panel. What it do, Jose?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Number one, belief is not to be validated. That's why people have beliefs. You don't have to validate belief. That's why people tote it all over the place. There's nothing to validate. It's not supposed to be. It's what you think is true. So you should argue belief, because when you argue belief, you look foolish. There's nothing to validate about anything that they're saying. Because they give you a book that's not history and make it a history book and think that gives the book power. The book is not for history. The book is to validate your belief and make it something else. Jesus don't have to be historical to be powerful in the spiritual.
And I don't understand why does it have to be history anyway? And it's supposed to be about their spirit. What does it matter? Like, why does it have to be
supposed to be history?
But I didn't decide that, sister. They did. I didn't decide it. They made it historical, not me.
Right. They made it.
Not every Christian believes that, though. Not every Christian uses that as a history book.
Right. Hold on one second. So here's the thing. Hold on one second. Hold on 1 second. So here's the thing about that, right? Sister Honey made a great point. Why does it have to be a history book, right? We got philosophy books out here. We got spiritual books out here. We got religious text out here, right? Why can't we fit the Bible into one of those books? Why do it have to coincide with, the things that happened in between these pages were real things?
Because they had a fight about it, and the ones who wanted to be literal wanted to fight. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, but it's not all literal. It's not all literal. So that's the problem.
But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they had a whole fight centuries ago, and the ones who wanted to be literal wanted to fight. It's just like if you and I step into the middle of a ring and you punch me in the face, then you want to fight. So I can't come back and talk foolishness or say what I want to say. That's all it is. It doesn't have to be literal. They made it that way.
That's why they got.
Those are the people who want to fight.
Right, but that's also why they have sects of Christianity too, right? Because some sects of Christianity believe the whole Bible is literal. Some sects don't. Some sects believe it's all metaphorical. So it depends on what sect of Christianity you're representing, right? Just how we talk about the Hebrews, right? There are different sects of Hebrews. We have Yara, who don't think the whole Bible is true. He don't think 100% of the Bible is true. But then you have Captain Cesariak, who literally thinks 100% of the Bible is true and real and literal. So, people based on his book, based off of their camp that they come from or their ideologies they come from, that's how they place the view book on the Bible.
Right. But once again, the only real institutionalized form of Christianity is Catholicism. Everything else is not really institutionalized, canonized Christianity. It doesn't work that way. They're not really Christians, according to who canonized it first. Catholicism is the form of Christianity.
Jose is making a great point, because when we do look at this religion thing a little closer, it's a reason why Catholicism is on their own, right? It's they overlook everything else, but they don't intercede with everything else. Like you don't see Catholic churches mixing with Baptist churches or with evangelical churches and things of that nature. They oversee all of those churches, but you won't see us in those churches, because that's we don't look at that as the purest form of how we deem this practice. This is why when you go to the Vatican City, the people in the Vatican City practice a total different Christianity from practically the rest of the world.
Right, but there's a billion people most of who probably look like us who do follow that.
Yep, they follow that.
Several reasons why we should not follow it, because we know the history of the church, so we shouldn't be following it anyway.
I agree with that as well.
And then you have an argument. You're bad talking ancient Kemet, and two of the biggest museums in the world is owned by the Vatican, and people don't even know that.
There you go.
Don't mention going to the basement. Don't mess around and go in the basement. Definitely gonna find
4 football fields,
literally gonna find dead bodies.
4 football. Do y'all know the Vatican has a library that's 4 football fields long?
Under it, huh? Not under it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Right.
Under the Vatican, there's a library that's 4 football fields. Can you imagine how many books is in that? That's crazy.
Imagine that. Not to mention the 2 museums and the Tekken that they stole, among other things that they have proudly on display that they use, and people don't even know that they use. Christian holidays. You don't recognize that.
Yeah.
Just like these Muslims who have an issue, who supposedly have an issue, but tell them that they can't sell tickets to museums. See what they could tell you. That's when Allah goes out the door. They got $1 billion for the Japanese to form a museum, but they don't believe in them. So that's to tell you, you can't respect people like that.
You know what they did? Hey, bro, do you know how museums tours started?
How what?
Museum tours.
That's a good question. Not specifically, no.
It was dead people at first. They listen, when we talking about economic circulation, and we understand that relics and ancient time period relics were very valuable, right? So everybody wanted to see them. Okay, we're the only ones that got them. So what are we going to do? We're going to put them in all of our museums. We're going to take our people, put them in front of the museums, and give people tours. So, and hence, a lot of museums became free because we're now selling tickets. We don't need everybody to come into the museum for free. We just need to sell enough tickets, you know what I'm saying, to keep it popular.
Yeah, but they found that out later on that they could sell tickets. Initially, they weren't.
That's what I'm saying.
It didn't have that value. It didn't have that value.
Yeah.
It's only when somebody said, "Hey, we could sell tickets to this, and we could
sell tickets to this. We could sell tickets to yep.
We could sell tours. We could sell packages, and people like Zahir Wash could charge $8,000 or $10,000 for him to talk nonsense.
Now that's why I love my people, and that's why I love my people right there, right? You see how we just had that conversation, and now we got melanated people actually taking other melanated people to the motherland to actually not just go on a tour and let somebody else tell you your history, but no, I'm going to tell you your history, and I'm going to give it to you concise. I'm not just going to tell you what I think or what I heard or what I read off some paper. I'm going to tell you what I studied about what's going on right now. That's what's so amazing about our people.
Right, because all those individuals who talk and can't read the language and don't really know the history.
Exactly.
They're making up foolishness. Just like when I Show Speed did that, so he asked them, why are the noses missing? And they gave him some silly answer. They didn't even know how to answer it. They gave him some ridiculous answer. And they charged him $200,000 to film. You know that?
I did not know that. Listen, I don't be tracking people's pockets. I don't be knowing.
He said that they charged him $200,000
right
to film.
That's wild.
$200,000 that man had to pay.
The timings have really changed. Once ago, early 2000s, right? I remember the pyramids being exclusive. Anybody just couldn't go in the pyramids back in the early 2000s. Man, I get a notification to my YouTube joint. I Show Speed is running around inside of the Great Pyramids just streaming. I'm like, hey yo, didn't they say that this was like closed off or something and we couldn't get access to this directly? How is this man in here just running around getting a tour like this? What?
He paid for it. He paid $200,000 US for that.
The hell?
It wasn't free. Of course they're gonna let him in. And other people are that's the best advertisement ever. 38 million people are watching that live. So why would they not let him come in?
That's fact.
38 million plus people are watching that live. Nobody on the planet Earth besides him is getting us kind of live.
Now,
That's live.
Here's the reality of the situation with that, Jose. Here's the reality of the situation, right? We got brothers like myself, my brother Pitbull, Captain Tazariak, Ashe, Jabario Zaze. You got brothers like us, right, who literally talk about this information. Here we got a guy by the name of I Show Speed that get to run up and down the pyramids and all around, and he get to give us an insight on what the pyramids look like on the inside. No information that we got from that stream invalidated with our contemporary scholars. I would have to say they contemporary because they right here with us. Say it all valid. Anytime we see the inside of the Great Pyramids talked about, it all validate what we say. Now, when we get somebody we get a documentary that's looking for the bones of Abraham, that's looking for the settlement of Moses, that's looking for proof of the Exodus, that's looking for something of importance of these patriarchs, we don't get anything. And so globally, the Abrahamic religion is falling hard when it comes to academia. It's just...
But here's the thing they have that we don't have. They don't allow people to go and dig around and play on those sites. You can't just go there and dig up those things at all. They don't allow you.
You know who William G. Denver is?
No, not familiar.
William G. Denver is an excavator. He did an excavation at Tel Aviv. He was one of the ones who found the connection between Yahweh and Asherah on the Kont stele. And so he's been doing excavation in the Levant region for 20 years, probably more now, but for 20 plus years. And for 20 plus years, he found pottery that, talks about Yahweh and Asherah. He found houses that list surnames, right? But he's never came across not one thing that validated the patriarchs or even their era.
Right, because we know that Yahweh was a pagan deity that was folded into a particular faith.
That's just right. Now that's just on the physical side, right? That's just on the archaeological side. But when we actually go into the book, there's nothing in the book that suggests that Abraham could have lived in the time period that the church fathers put him in, because the things surrounding Abraham don't match. I'll give an example. The Philistines. There were no Philistines during the time of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So how did they interact with these people? And if they interacted with these people, then why don't these people have any record of them? Like, so these are just things even in the text that don't. Of the Chaldees, right? Of the Chaldees as a statement don't even make any sense, because was a city-state itself. How do you turn a city-state into a capital and then use the name of an empire as a city-state. It don't work that way. So in the Bible, Abraham would have been from Ur of Sumer, not Ur of the Chaldees, because there were no Chaldeans during that time.
Yeah, it's an anachronism.
And so even with the word Chaldees, even if they wanted to say Abraham was from Chaldee, that's what they would have said. They would have said Abraham was from Chaldee or Chaldee of Babylon. So now how do we get this Ur of Chaldea here?
Somebody put it in later, clearly.
Somebody put it there. So we don't know where Abraham is from.
But
you know why we don't know? Because the Dead Sea Scrolls, the oldest written form of what we now have is the Bible, don't even mention Ur of the Chaldees for Abraham. It don't even mention a birthplace for Abraham. So we don't know where Abraham was birthed at.
But you need to ask them the question, why are you always bad talking Kemet and everything that you have of validation comes from ancient Kemet? Every record that you have comes and is connected to ancient Kemet. But they have a problem. It validates a lot of things that they're saying. Not biblically, but it validates a lot of history. It definitely does. So you need to ask one of them Hebrews, why are you bad talking a culture that even according to your book saved you when you was jacked up? Gave you something to eat and put you in a position. But now you have a problem with it. Because somebody think you're supposed to hate your black brothers.
But see, even with that though, it take it out of context and frame.
Peace, gentlemen. I gotta drop down.
All right, most definitely, brother Roy Chess.
Have a good day.
But even with that, it takes it out of frame, right? So we know when Moses was in Kemet, we know that there was a city by the name of Pi-Ramses II. We know that because we know during the Exodus, they traveled through Pi-Ramses. But then we find out that in the book of Kings that the people who enslaved the Israelites without cause was Assyrians. So now there's another contradiction in an anachronism. Because if y'all was in Kemet during the time of Ramses, then we know Ramses ruled. But if you're saying that they was in Kemet during the time of the Assyrians, Ramses wasn't in rulership during the time of the Assyrians, unless you're saying Ramses is an Assyrian. We see these are the things that don't make sense.
But in essence, they're saying that they enslaved themselves. That's really what they're saying. It's not the Assyrians, but it's not necessarily different people from those same people that they're talking about. So it's like you're trying to say you enslave yourself? That don't make no sense.
No, the whole history just not there. It doesn't make sense. When we go, so this is how we clarify that, right? When we go, number one, what we're going to do is they spoke about Pi-Ramses. So now we got to go look at the record of Ramses II and Pi-Ramses. There's no mention of a mass exodus during Ramses' reign. And the only other exodus that's found, it is not considered an exodus, but it's an exodus, is the Hyksos expulsion. Those are not the Israelites, and that didn't happen during Ramses' reign.
But that would have been earlier, right?
Right. And so that's crossed out right there. Bang. Now, when did the Assyrians come into power at Hyksos? That didn't come later. That didn't come during Ramses' reign. That came much later. So here you're having two stories in one book that talk about one event that never appears in history.
Yeah. But they also have to understand the term Hyksos applies to any foreign ruler. It is not a specific ethnic group. It means foreign rulers. So the Assyrians would have been considered Hekakasu, foreign rulers.
Yes.
It's like the Greeks were considered the same thing. So you have to know that in order to make that statement. And as you said, the Exodus happened nothing like what the Bible said.
There you go.
They got beat up and they got ran into Canaan, which is like saying you left the man's house and went into his backyard. They didn't really go nowhere.
They didn't go nowhere, right?
They
That's
didn't
another
go
thing.
nowhere.
There you go, Jose. Look at Jose.
That's like saying you were a formerly enslaved African. You're on a 50-acre plantation. You ran outside. You ran for 3 days, and you think you went somewhere and you ain't going nowhere.
Facts.
Leave the man property, but you don't know that, so you think you free. When you come outside now, you're still on the man property. And this is what they do. You didn't go nowhere. You
He
got
got
beat up and they
1,000
ran
acres of
you into
land.
places they could control you. They ran you to places they could control you as opposed to being everywhere. They corralled you in one place to say, "This, we're gonna control you now, and if you mess up, we know where to go. Come and look for you." But you have to ask people the question: why do they pick the worst type of people ever in the history to associate themselves with? Because the Quebec people didn't look upon these people as good people. They said that these were ungrateful wretches who came into the country and took over. So why are you associating yourself with these people who the Kemetic people thought was a very bad character and had no respect for them?
Right.
Say that, you get mad and say, I shouldn't say that, but that is what their records say. We don't like these Asiatic people. They are wicked people who have no respect and who ruled as animals. Even Manetho said that. So why are you associating with these people? And then when we tell you about it, you get mad. But that's what the history says. If you read it, you should know that.
Right.
They were horrible, horrible people that that the indigenous people did not like.
Right. Cosmon, you getting called out, Cosmon. Hold on 1 second, Jose. You getting called out, Cosmon. And man, Judah said you running. What you gotta say about that, Brody? You can pick any channel to do this debate. Death match. Cosmon. Hold on 1 second. Hey. Shots is being fired in the comments, Cosmon. I don't know if you're going to respond or not.
I would love to see that debate, though. That would be an interesting debate.
You know, said this is crazy. I'm trying to catch up. I ain't even caught up in the comments. I'm trying to catch up, y'all.
Yeah, man, the comments is hot right now, man.
Yeah.
I want to see A1 do another debate, man. I find A1 slacking these days, man.
Hey, Judah, whenever you ready, brother. Whenever you ready. Hey, brother A1. Hold on 1 second. You see what Judah said? He said he gonna come over here and do a presentation.
Hey, shout out JJ7K.
Oh, that's JJ7K?
Yeah, Jeremiah Judah. That's JJ7K.
Hey, okay.
He was supposed to come over here
JJ7K.
yesterday. I just missed. I had an emergency going on. There was a lot going on. And we planned it real last minute, and I couldn't make it.
You already know, brother A1. You know, any last minute things you can make, you hit that back phone, brody.
Hey, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do next time. Cosmon got his hands full right now. He got Gideon Yisrael March 1st, which is more beneficial for Black people, the OASP or the Bible. And it's going down in Coliseum arguments, Titans debate league. Both of these men will be getting paid for their debate. This one about to be lit, man. When the money up, that's what make it exciting, man. You know, come out and put on that show for real. This one's gonna be one for the record books, folks. March 1st, only here on Titans Debate League.
Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it.
I got you a little flyer together, but you know, we're gonna have to talk about that afterwards. I'm gonna send it to you.
Definitely.
I trust the judgment. Humble, I'm going, right? I'll talk to you guys later, right?
All right, Jose. You know we appreciate you up here, Jose. Thanks for coming through, brother.
Oh yeah, I got a face off in about 30 minutes, Jose. Tap back in. It's gonna be Suave Boss versus Quantum Truth. I think they're going on some science topic about unstable patterns in the universe. Something like that. Man. Yeah, about 30 minutes.
On your next debate, A1. You're taking too long, man. You're getting old, man. You're backing off the elbows, man. You can't do that. You gotta get them FBAs out here, man. You gotta bring some FBAs over here and start to beat up on some FBAs, man.
I got you. I already got some on the way. Did you see my debate against Swab Boss?
I fell asleep, boy. I'm getting old. I fell asleep on the debate. Yeah, it's probably halfway through.
Go back and watch it. Let me know.
All right, man. Later.
All right. Have a good day.
And so, brother A1, do you want to, for the face-off joint, you want to close down and reopen up another show, or they want to come over here and then we just want to do it that way?
Yeah, I'm gonna close it down and reopen another one. I got 2 face-offs back to back.
All right.
Trying to
And
get
you
these
said
over
one
with.
is at 6:00, right?
One is at 6. That's in 30 minutes.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead right now. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna close this down right now. I'm gonna give you 30 minutes to set up, get everything right for what you're doing. And then I'll see you back here at 6:00.
See you in a little bit. Appreciate
All right, thank y'all. Y'all know always, brother Humble. Appreciate y'all for coming through, coming down. I see y'all in the comments, supporting. Keep doing your thing. Without y'all, there would be no us. Let's keep growing. Let's go. Let's grow. I appreciate.
And before you end, I want to end with the song. Well, close out. I wanted to end with the song by Connie's Son. That's all.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, and remember my motto: treat your smile like your money. Never let them steal it. We're going to end with the song by Connie's Son called Family All Around Me. I usually listen to him on Spotify. You can go check him out on any platform. Head over to his Facebook. What's that?
Hey brother A1. What you think about the background? It's intimidating?
It's intimidating, man. I'm feeling it. It's a new sheriff in town around Titans Debate League. Hey, you holding it down, man. I didn't really have to give you too much instruction. You were saying that you were new to this. You fell right into the role, stepped up, moderating great, not biased. You were making sure everybody got a chance to speak, which is important to me. So I definitely appreciate you, man. You've been a big asset to what we're doing around here. Where's the round of applause? Yeah, my computer tweaking. But yeah, I appreciate you. There we go. And big things to come, trust me.
Most definitely. I'll catch up with y'all at 6:00. Don't forget to come on through, y'all.
Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. They talking, you listen, that's family. They don't tell your business, that's family. They calling your phone, coming looking for you. They say that you missing, that's family. They don't need permission, that's family. When you hurt, they can feel it, that's family. Let them come while you're cheering, that's family. Let them come when you living, that's family. Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. Hey, ain't nobody fighting around here. Ain't nobody shooting around here. Everybody that's around here, family. All love, no hate, be clear. No shade, all love, be real. You love me, you should know how it feel. Tired of all these badass kids. Tired of paying all these bills. Family going through the same thing, so they know exactly how you feel. They supply a shoulder I can cry. I provide a place where they can heal. Leave my money out, they don't steal. Let them have it if it's for a bill. Soldier for me when they in the field. Only way I live. Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. Family all around me.
This Saturday, the Coliseum opens. 2 intellectual warriors, 1 explosive question, no place to hide. Honey Clark and Ben Eaton, they're stepping into the arena to battle over a question that hits the heart of America. Do government welfare programs help the black community long term? Is it a lifeline or a leash? Does it build generational wealth or breed generational dependence? Honey Clark is coming armed with data, history, and fire in her voice, ready to argue that these programs are essential tools for equity and survival. Ben Eaton steps in with statistics, economic theory, and a counterpunch philosophy, arguing that long-term empowering demands a different strategy. This isn't surface level politics. This is policy. This is history. This is legacy. Coliseum of Arguments. Titans Debate League.